All right, here we are. This will be the preview round on the classic course here in Fort Wayne. So this is hole 1. The left rail bank before that first triangle, and either front door or back door. Interesting little hole to open the course with. Alright, using T.7 here, going for that left rail. Ideally you want to hit the speed so it's got enough juice to come off the back rail and get back to the cup in case it slides a little off the first rail. Like that. Just needed a little bit more. But on a good shot, I'm trying to make it in the front door. The back door speed is just a little insurance to make the putt. And that's the shot you're looking for. Alright, hole number 2, easiest hole on the course. It's got a right to left break. Ideally you want to hit the left rail right about the hill, then off the angle board and into the cup. I use T.4 on this hole. Others use 5, 6, or 7. But again, it's just hit the left rail about where the hill is, just like that, and pick your ball up out of the cup. Hole number 3, the hardest hole on this course from aspect of this is the hole that you take the largest number on. It's got a right to left break, but this first hill is angled left to right, so it throws it out. Then up the second plateau, narrow plateau, so very difficult to have the speed to keep it up top, which is what leads to the larger numbers on the hole. I use T.1 for this, aiming roughly to the right of the cup, about halfway between the hole and the right rail, and let the brake do it off the back, just like that. Hole number 4, another hole you expect to make. Just cut the corner and it lines up pretty well up the hill to the cup. The only real danger is if you 360 lip it and go back down the hill. I'm using T.2 here, just cut the corner, straight into the cup. Hole number 5, another hole you expect to make. It's got a little left to right break, so it's just about getting past the point of that first triangle and letting the second triangle guide it to the cup. I think I did T.7 here to just get it by the point of the first triangle,
which is insane.
So when I'm saying T-dots, every putt-putt mat has 10 spots on the T-mat that you can go from. We just go in from left to right, 1 through 7, and then there's back 2, back 4, and back 6 to round out the 10 spots on the team. Hole 6, extreme left to right break. Most people will play left rail, back rail. Some will just ignore the left rail and just go straight into the back rail and let the curl take it to the cup. Use T.6 here. There's a dent on the inside of the left rail that I'm aiming at. Side rail, back rail. Oh, just a little bit too much angle. So I was a hair earlier on the first rail. Make a slight adjustment here. That looks a lot better. And that's perfect. Hole 7, hard to tell, but the entire hole is downhill. You can either play it straight with a left to right break or play it off the left rail. But if you go for the ace and miss, it goes down the hill, and bogeys are possible in this hole. Alright, trying the straight shot here. It's got a ridge that kind of varies the amount of left to right break. So that was the putt that I'm looking for when I'm trying to play the hole. Now the bank shot, you don't have the ridge that you're going across, But if it hits the rail just a little early and catches the break early, you swing hard and end up in a very bad place to hit your 2 from. Hole number 8. Pretty straightforward hole. Need to get close to the right rail without touching it to get it off the back angle board on the right and kick it over to the cup. I'm on T.3 here. Ideally, get it very close to the right rail without touching it. There is a right to left break as it gets close to the rail, just like that. That gets you the correct angle you need off the back angle board and gets the ace. Hole number 9. It breaks a little left to right before the letters. Once you're through the letters, it has a right to left break. We generally play between the right side P and U. Goes down the course here, off the back rail, and curls into the cup. This one was a lot easier on the older, faster carpet. With the new carpet, there's a ridge between the tee mat and the letters. Ooh, pulled that one bad. That was a very poor putt. So if you get offline early on, the mistake is magnified because of the ridge. Just a little light on the speed, so it broke off. Definitely a hole that was easier in the past than it is currently. But after getting some reps in practice, it's one you expect to get it about 50%
just a little
of the time.
spicy.
Yeah. The main thing is just don't get greedy trying to go for it and make the mistake that hits the letters where suddenly bogey's in play. Just like that. Don't make the course more difficult than it needs to be.
There it is.
That's better.
I knew it before it made it through the letters.
Hole 10. You just off the left rail, let this second hump throw it over to the right, and get the ball into the corner with the cup. And many ways for it to fall in. Occasionally it does lip through and cause some misses. Using T.3 here for the left rail. It looks like you should be able to just play it straight at the cup basically, but the ball breaks right to left.
Oh, nice slide.
Away from the right rail, so it will not go straight in. You have to use the left hill to throw it over to get there. And that's just a little bit. Alright, hole 11. 2 ways to really play this hole. You can go left rail about even with the brick and bank it up and go straight up into the cup, or you play it all the way off the left rail deep off the back rail and let it curl in. It's got a left to right break coming off the back rail, so it'll curl into the cup that way. Danger with that is you come down the hill and have a tester for a deuce. It is a pretty difficult hole. Using T.2 for the back rail shot. The others use .1. It just matters of where exactly you want to aim. That looks like it's going to be just a hair soft. That's the line you're looking for. Just got to decide whether you're going to go for it or just play it close. That looks really good, and there's the curl in.
Good ball.
Now with the front door shot, you're going to end up, if you hit decent speed, it's going to be a tap-in deuce, but the ace putt is much less consistent, as Air likes to run that lip quite often. Hole 12. With the new carpet that just got laid last year, it's significantly harder to get the ace than it used to be. 2 basic shots. You go straight into the angled part of the rail here that lets it go through the opening off the left rail and straight in the cup. Or the more difficult spot is get very close to the point of the triangle and with the right to left brake get it to the cup. Not an easy shot either way. Alright, off a T.7 to try to get the correct angle off the rail. That happens quite a lot. There are putters that use side spin on the ball to get it to line up better. Same way pool players put English on a pool shot. The same concept to move the ball around a little bit more. That can happen when you press to try to really make this hole. You have to flirt with the boundaries to get the line you need to make it. So it's what are you willing to risk to go for the ace? It's got a chance, looks pretty good, and is good.
There we go.
Now for the straight putt, it's out of .1. Got to get very close to the point of the triangle and the right to left brake. Then gets it over to the cup. That was a little bit off the point and it ran the left to left. Try to press it a little closer this time. A little more speed and it holds. Hole 13, the 5 bank shot. There you go, left rail, off the angle board, off the side rail again, then off the back rail and let it curl into the cup. Only real danger if you miss your spot on the first rail and miss the angle board. Pretty much the only way you could bogey this hole. It is a reasonably decent ace. Usually start with .4 on this hole. I played around previous to this, so I've adjusted over to .5. Oh, just a little light. Needed a little more speed on that one. That was very late on the rail, so I'm going to end up not getting over to the 4th rail. So that was just a bad putt there. I'd like to thank Trent for doing this video work for me on this round. That looks like a good spot. Let's see if it gets the correct kick out of the corner. And it does. Alright, hole number 14, the 6 piper. Some people do play it straight. It is a very tight line to pull off. I prefer going left rail, going up here, just get it inside the small pipe and just right up into the cup. Alright, looking like .1 to try to get it to line up today. Just a hair early and a hair fast. There's a little right to left brake once it gets up on top of the plateau. And that one was just a little early and just went through the brake. Got a good line, but it needs to hurry. Needs to hurry.
It's just so touchy.
Yeah.
God, I wish that straight was just a little better.
I think he's planning on
A lot
recarpeting
better.
it sometime this year, so that'll help.
Doesn't seem like it would be, but this is a very speed sensitive putt.
don't look good all the way, but so did the first couple.
Hole 15, one of the holes on the back you expect to make a decent amount of time. Play it into the middle of the triangle, off the side rail, off the back rail, and kicks into the cup. A pretty good ace shot. This is one of my favorite holes on the back. Out of dot 6. Hit it as close as you can to the center of the face of the triangle. Let the hole do the work for you. Hole 16, a hole you feel like you should make 90% of the time. You could either play it right rail just before the hill, let the hill carry the speed and throw it over to the cup, bring it off the back rail, or straight in. Or you can also do the same thing off the left side. Let it clip the left rail, hit the back rail a little bit left the cup, and then it just curls in. There is a bit of a drop pocket around the hole, so there are a lot of ways to find the cup on this hole. Dot 6 for the right rail putt. Off the rail, let the hill do the work. Take that every time. Now the left rail out of dot 3 was the original shot on the hole because the drop pocket was so dramatic, but with the newer carpet it's slowed down a little bit so it doesn't curl in quite as well as it used to. But that was still good. Hole 17. The other of the 3 hard holes on this course. It's a down and back shot. You can either play right rail, back rail, left rail, or just straight up and back. And there are various variations on the right rail, where it's just right rail, back rail, not going to the left rail to find the cup. The danger is when it's rolling back, it has a break from left to right, so it will, if it's offline a little bit, it will fall off the edge of the hill that the cup is on, and you'll end up having to hit your deuce from back here behind the block, which brings larger numbers into play.
Yeah, fair enough.
This hole is probably the most difficult hole in the course to get the ace putt to line up properly. Looks like it's got a chance. Very rare to make it on the first shot. Alright, now I'm trying the right rail putt. Again, the danger on this one, if you're just a hair early, where it gets to the left rail just a hair too soon, it breaks across the front of the cup and falls off the edge of the platform, which definitely brings bogey into play. Hole 18. Play this straight at the cup. It's got a little right to left break, or you can play off the right rail and let it just swing over to the cup. Both shots work very well. The problem, if you miss and it's hard enough to where it could go in, it will come back across this hump and you'll end up with a very long deuce putt. Still makeable, but not easy. Halfway off 2.5, so halfway between dots 2 and 3, aiming just outside the right lip here. And into the cup nicely. Now for the right rail bank, playing out of dot 6, there is a crack in the cement off the side. I want to hit just past the crack. And up and in. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of the classic course at Putt Putt of Fort Wayne, Indiana. See you soon.